Hey everyone, welcome to the first official module of public school finance. We're going to kick off this module with a lot of reading. So I'm sure you can imagine. So hold on tight because this course is definitely heavy in the reading section. You guys know the song and dance, so we're under the content tab for this module. We're here on June 7th. And we're focused on the economics of school finance. So really, these two pieces here, this history of funding and the way systems and sources of revenue are outlined, are in this module. We're doing both of those sections. It's part of Mod 1. But again, I've streamlined some of it by removing some things, but your responsibility of reading the content is highly and vitally important. So let me give you a few keys. So we're going to start out in chapters 1 and 2. I've posted a PowerPoint for each of those. It might be handy to pull the PowerPoint up as you're reading, just mark some things in your text. As well as, I love those crash course videos, so I've put one in there called Economic School of Thought. It's really good as a foundation. It mentions some of those the theorists on economics in the video that are referenced in your book in chapter 1. Then you're going to engage in one discussion board for this following week. And so that discussion board asks you to have read chapters 1 and 2, watch the video, and then it actually references 2 tables that are in your book, and you're going to reply to those. And remember, your original post is due by Monday night at 11:59, so you have the next 2 days to reply to one peer's post. I did want to point out that those tables in your book, in my book, are on chapters 6 and 7, and then chapter 28. If you have I have the 12th edition. If you have a different edition, it could be in a different book. Those are important as a foundational element to understand school finance. I'm going to hop back here real quick to look at that second section for our first module. And I'm just going to scroll down. And you're to read chapters 4 and 5 and watch this Public School Finance 101. Really need to understand where sources of money come from. And our next module will talk about specifically Oklahoma finance, but the terms and terminology you'll find in chapter 4, specifically in 5 as well, will give you the language that you need to best understand that. There are a few tables, like in chapter 4, table 4.4 is a really good table to become familiar with. It starts on page 101, I think, 102, I apologize, 102, and it goes on for several pages. So it's about the way the different states actually allocate their funding. We specifically are not listed. Yes, we are actually, 404, we are listed in the way we view the different weighted components per pupil. And so just review how we compare to other schools across the nation and state funding. Use the PowerPoints to kind of go through the specific items that we want to pull out from the chapter, because there's a lot of content. I'm not going to assume that you can fully adopt and adapt all that information into your own practices just by reading the content. But please be very familiar with what it says regarding Oklahoma in each one of those sections. And then our next module will get real specific about school finance regarding the technical assistance document and OCAS and sources of revenue for Oklahoma. So that concludes your first module, Fast and Furious, lots of reading. So post up somewhere beautiful by the pool potentially, or out in the sun, and get started as you read through school finance. This will be a good one to add to your knowledge base of learning. So let me know if you have questions, and I will see you in a week online. Thanks, guys.